Hey everyone, it's May 3rd, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share it with cult leader and mass murderer Jeffrey Don Lundgren, who finished off 5 of his followers in 1989, and that is him right up there. Born in Missouri in 1950, Lundgren grew up a member of an offshoot of the Latter-day Saints Church and was abused as a child by his father. Known to be a loner in high school, he preferred to spend his time hunting and shooting guns over making friends. During an unsuccessful stint in college, he met and married his wife, then dropped out of school to join the Navy. He served in Vietnam in the early 70s and after being honorably discharged in 1974, lived briefly with his wife and 2 children in San Diego, but finances forced them to return to Missouri. Lundgren became a lay minister in the reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in 1984, moving his family to Ohio so he could work at a temple founded by Joseph Smith in 1830. The following year, he began to attract followers who moved in with his family, and he solicited donations that he kept instead of turning them over to the temple. While his work was initially praised by the elders, they eventually felt he was straying from their teachings, and he was dismissed and excommunicated for employing techniques that were considered mind control. Lundgren and his followers rented a farmhouse where they lived in a commune, and he drilled the men with paramilitary training exercises to prepare them for an assault on the temple he said it was required in order for them to reach Zion. He told his followers that he was having conversations with God, and news of his teachings spread back to Missouri, enticing the Avery family to move to Ohio to join his sect in 1988. Lundgren would often eavesdrop on his followers so he could appear to have the ability to read their minds, and taught them that the end of days was near where demons would emerge from the earth. His teachings were that women were inferior to men and should have fewer rights, and that May 3rd, his and your birthday, would be the date that the second coming of Christ would occur, but never specified in what year that would take place. The FBI was investigating the cult on charges of domestic terrorism as early as 1988, but weren't ready to make any arrests before the situation turned deadly. The 5 members of the Avery family were only invited to occasional sermons, and Lundgren didn't trust that they were truly following his instructions because they chose to live elsewhere instead of at the commune. In 1989, he demanded that his followers turn over all their worldly possessions to prepare for their assault on the temple. The Averys kept some money instead of giving it all to Lundgren, which enraged him, so he had 2 other followers dig a pit in the barn and invited the family over for dinner. He then lured the 5 members of the family, including children aged 15, 13, and 6, into the barn one by one, binding, gagging, and shooting them, then dumping their bodies in the pit. Lundgren fled Ohio with his followers, eventually settling in California, but 9 months after the killings, the FBI tracked him down and arrested all of the cult members who were involved. He was convicted and given the death penalty, while his wife, son, and 8 other cult members received sentences between 25 and 170 years. Lundgren was executed in Ohio in 2006, and when no one claimed his body, it was buried in the prison cemetery. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so I can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Jeffrey Don Lundgren, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.